Hey guys, it's Dasha, and today I'm going to teach you different kinds of ways to say thank you in English. That way you don't have to sound like Google Translate every time that you want to thank someone. So if you want to say thank you like a real native English speaker, stick around for this video.
Thank you!
There are so many different ways to say thank you in English, and in this video, I'm not going to give you every single expression under the sun, but what I am going to do is give you actual phrases that native speakers use and that you can adopt in your everyday life. The first is thanks a bunch, and it's one that I personally love to use. So it's a way of expressing a lot of gratitude.
Okay, thanks a bunch.
For example, you ask for a pen and I give it to you, you can say, thanks a bunch, Dasha. Obviously, you're not going to end an email with thanks a bunch, unless of course it's an informal email. Next is thanks a ton. A ton is a unit of measure of weight, and it's a way of saying thanks a lot because, the thank you is really, really heavy. So it's a little bit more dramatic than just saying thank you very much or thanks a bunch. You could also say thanks a million. And I think a lot of Irish people say that, or at least in my experience, for some reason, I've always had Irish people say to me, thanks a million. You could still use it when somebody does a small favor. It doesn't really matter what the size of the favor is. You can just say thanks a million, even for the smallest things. And another one is, I really appreciate it, or I appreciate it. And this one is really genuine. It's a thank you from the heart. I appreciate it. You're telling someone from the heart that you are appreciative of something that they did.
I appreciate it.
So you could easily use it in an email by saying, I appreciate your help. I appreciate your input into this project, for example, and so on. And of course, you could say it to a friend, like, I appreciate it. It's simple, it's elegant, it's native. Another one, which is another personal favorite, I should say, is I owe you one, or I owe you big time. Let's say that you ask, hey Dasha, can you lend me your charger? I give it to you. You could say, awesome, Dasha, I owe you one, or I owe you big time. So the expression I owe you big time probably is more appropriate to be used when you do a big favor to someone, not something like giving someone a charger. But let's say that you work at a cafe and you ask a colleague, hey, can you cover for me tomorrow? Can you take my shift tomorrow? And they say, yeah, sure. You could say, oh, thanks, Sarah, I owe you big time. Next, much appreciated. It's very similar to I really appreciate it. It's something along those lines. And really, it's a clear-cut substitute for thank you. And again, you could throw that into an email. For example, you could say, thanks for sending over the file, much appreciated. And as you may notice in English, it's completely acceptable to say thanks and appreciated almost in the same sentence, in the same context. They sort of complement each other. And number 6 on the list is you're the best. Like, oh, Dasha, these tips are so great. You're the best. Again, it's the same as saying thank you. And again, you're showing a lot of appreciation to the person for what they're doing. And you're telling them that they're an amazing person for helping you.
You're the best.
So let us imagine you are working at an office and you're super tired. A colleague comes in and brings you a coffee and you say, a coffee, Dasha, you're the best. It's just like saying, a coffee, Dasha, thank you very much. But thank you doesn't have the same effect as you're the best. And the next one is used very commonly in the UK, especially guys, boys say it to each other. Again, for example, I go to the office and I bring donuts to everyone. Somebody will say, oh, Dasha, you're a legend. That's, again, showing gratitude for me bringing donuts into the office. And it's very similar to saying, you're awesome. And this one, you don't even have to say thanks. Like, you know, we said a few minutes ago that when you use the phrase appreciated, you could say thanks appreciated. Here, you're a legend doesn't even need a thanks, it's implied. And another one that is most commonly used in the UK, but nowadays Americans have adopted it as well, and it's cheers. And it's not the cheers that we say when we, drink a glass of champagne. It's literally cheers to say thank you. And if you're writing an informal email, you can absolutely finish it off with cheers. So it can mean thank you, and it can mean bye, or it can mean all the best, depending on the context. But if somebody, for example, hands you a handkerchief, who does that? But that's just an example that came into my mind. You can just say cheers instead of thank you. As we've already kind of mentioned, thanks, I appreciate it, in itself is a way to show gratitude. And you can combine these two phrases for a really, really warm tone. It softens your voice and it makes you sound human. So say it with me. Thanks, I appreciate it. And the last one is a sarcastic one, so please be careful when using it. Only use it in situations where you are being sarcastic about saying thank you. And it's thanks for nothing. Literally means thanks for nothing. For example, we're at McDonald's and I eat all your fries. You could say, oh, you ate all my fries. Thanks for nothing. And this is a bonus part of the video of how not to pronounce and say thank you. For example, don't say thank you. It's thank you. It's a very subtle th sound. Or a lot of Eastern Europeans, for example, especially people from my country, Ukraine, they will say thank you because they cannot pronounce the th. But it is, like I said, thank you. And not a really tough one like th. It's th, thank you. And I do apologize if I'm not pronouncing it perfectly. I am wearing retainers in my mouth and it's been such a pain. Another one that I see all the time, Mom, I've seen you do it. It's thanks you. It's not thanks you, it's thank you. So yeah, in all, choose phrases and use phrases that come naturally to you. You can take 5 of these phrases that I taught you today and use them on the daily, and then figure out which one works best for you or which one feels more natural to you. And at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong way to say thank you in English. It's all basically the same. But if you want to diversify your vocabulary and take it to the next level and sound more fluent, then using one of these expressions will help you get there. So again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to never miss another English lesson.